Hello everyone, welcome to a rather special video. In this video we'll be covering something rather big, the Porterverse map of the island of Sodor. I have worked on this map on and off for a very long time now. It also appeared in a few of my videos before, but only in segments, so I figured now would be a good time to do that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But before I continue, I must establish a few things. First off, this is not, I repeat, not an official railway series or TV series map in any regard. It is purely my own headcanon. So if you see any major obvious differences from any of the official maps, it is intentional and has no bearing over any official lore or any official information that the railway series or television series gives you. And also, we won't be covering everything in too much detail as I do upload weekly and I don't want to break my, currently 32-week streak for this whole year of uploading every week. So yeah, I hope you all understand that. Now that I got all that stuff out of the way, without further ado, let's jump into the complete map of the Porterverse island of Sodor. Let's start with the Mainline. The first station is Knapford. This is the big terminus where all the Mainline and some branch line services stop. This is also where most of the engines are stationed as well. Around this area is also the big Knapford Harbor. This is where you find Porter and Salty shunting. And from Knapford we travel through Lower Tidmouth. This is where the old harbor is. And we travel into the terminus of Tidmouth itself. This is the junction station to the Little Western branch line as well. And from Tidmouth we travel to another junction, which is Elsbridge. This is the second mainline connection to the Farquhar branch line. From Elsbridge, we pass through Crosby and into Wellsworth. Wellsworth is the Brandon branch junction station, and the bangers for Gordon's Hill are also stationed here. From Wellsworth, we take the big climb up Gordon's Hill, through Marin and Abbey, and into Kildane. Kildane is Sodor's capital. All mainline services stop here, as it is one of the most populated areas of the island. The cement works is south of Kildane as well. And from Kildane we travel through a stretch of track that goes through a certain forest that Henry likes. And then we finally reach Kelsthorpe Road. Kelsthorpe Road is the junction station of the Kirkconnell line. Not much to say here. From Kelsthorpe Road we travel into Crovan's Gate. Following Crovan's Gate is Ballyhoo. This is the transfer point to a little branch line. It just goes into Normanby. Ballyhoo is then followed by long stretches of track that basically have, nothing next to them. And after all the mundane nothingness, we finally reach the last Sodor station of Vicarstown. Mainline local trains usually terminate here before going back the other way. And despite all that, the express continues on into Barrow. This is where the NWR services are usually taken over by British Railways. Now that's the mainline covered. Let's travel back to the west coast and cover some of the branch lines. Thomas's branch line officially starts at Knapford. Around this area, Knapford is also the branch line connection at Lower Tidmouth for the old harbor there. This is the harbor that Thomas Percy and Trevor helped rebuild back in the day. There's also West Dryaw, a goods station. From Knapford we go through Dryaw, which is the modern day station, through Tollywreck and into Elsbridge. From Elsbridge we go through Hackenbeck, Maithwaite, and into Farquhar. Following Farquhar is Ulfstead, the official terminus of the branch. Various mines are also located around the Farquhar and Ulfstead area. The gold mine is also nearby as well, this gold mine being the old one where Bertram lives. Now let's go to the Little Western branch line. The Little Western starts at Tidmouth, travels through Tidmouth Halt, and into Haltra. This is where the engines stop for water. From Haltra we go into the biggest station on Sodor next to Knapford and Kildane. This being Callan. Callan is the scenic junction station of 3 different branch lines. This is where the Little Western officially terminates, but the track still goes up further north. The coastal line, as it's called, is the branch line of Arthur and Ryan. And the line goes through Bluffs Cove, where Captain Callie's ship is seen on display. And then there is Treasure Cove, a beach tourist town. And then there is Churchville. This is basically just Church Station from Season 5, I just named it Churchville to be the soundless jarring, you know? And from Churchville we go to Harwick, the line's terminus and the northernmost point on Sodor that is accessible by rail. This is where the beautiful fishing villages. This is arguably my favorite branch line of the bunch, as it is just so beautiful seeing it in various seasons. And with that being covered, I'll have to end the video here, as this map is pretty big, and I feel like this map would done the most justice if it was split into 2 parts. I know it's not ideal, but I'm trying to keep a consistent schedule, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. So the second part will cover the Brandon branch line, Kilden branch line, etc. And that part will be out in a couple weeks, and I do have a couple videos coming out after this one that are going to be planned. So expect part 2 of this within a couple weeks. I'm not exactly sure when at the moment, but just know it'll be out sooner rather than later. But as always, thank you all very much for watching, and I shall see you all in the next one.